Hi, my name is Adenike Ogulesi. I manufacture and retail children's clothing under the label Rough & Tumble. Yay! What I've seen is way beyond my expectation because I did not realize that this depth of knowledge existed here in Nigeria. So I'm really happy I'm here. I'm excited I'm here. Even on a very personal level, I felt very strong renewals, rebirths, and I can dare to say even transformations in terms of my thoughts, aligning with my words and my actions and the things that I do. So it's been way beyond expectation. Way beyond expectation.
My name is Edwin Baebo. I am a pastor. I pastor with House on the Rock and I preside over House on the Rock Enugu. I always knew there was something about family systems engineering, even though I've never had the opportunity. And so when I was coming for this program, yes, I knew I was going to come and learn something new, but definitely I wasn't prepared for what I stumbled into. The Family Systems Engineering program, I think for me has been a life-changing experience. I wish I knew this 30 years ago, and I wish every pastor and every mentor will learn the things I'm learning here. I wish to take this home, and I also seek to bring every single one of my friends and colleagues who are called to the same assignment as myself to come and go through this, because I think it's a compulsory tool for everyone who really wants to help out there with individuals and with families and with marriages.
I was going to get married. And then I thought, would I make the greatest mistake of my life without getting the right knowledge? Guess what? I got married anyway. But then I started my marriage with Fsec. Now it was like a burden, especially to my wife who didn't understand Jack, underline the word Jack, because she felt we were wasting our time instead of going on honeymoon. But I'm counting over 7 years down the line. Probably I should have flown in the toil. But guess what? Well, I would say I've won many battles. Not because I'm strong, super smart. Oh yeah, I'm smart. But guess what? I gave myself to the Institute of Family Engineering and Development. And that sets me on the right course. Being certified as a family life practitioner, I now understood the ethics and ethos of marriage. I got to understand that it was not even marriage, because there's nothing like marital problem. It was fixing the individual, then you fix the marriage. So I ask you, do you understand what frames or what makes you a unique individual? Do you have the resilience enough to handle what we call the shege that comes with getting married? Beyond that, this program is designed to help you not just become the best version of you, to help you become someone who changes the world by putting yourself in a place where you can help both your partner raise children, a healthy home that makes the world a better place. I invite you, join this program now.
So I've been a counselor for nearly 2 decades before I found FSC. What FSC did for me was this. I used to spend 4 hours, 5 hours doing counseling and all of that, but understanding, going through the system, first of all, helped me to re-engineer myself and now equip me with the tools that I need to help others. So I went from spending 5 hours to doing in 1 hour what I used to do in 5 hours. And then not only that, there is valuable, validatable results and proven techniques that you learn from people that are seasoned, and it's showing you that the data works. So I can tell you that for free. If you are looking for value, if you are looking for expertise, if you are looking for experience, if you are looking for a way to make yourself a better version that can help others, and I think you seriously must consider attending FSE. That's what I can tell you, and take it from a man that has experience. All right, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you join this network.
My transformation journey started when I realized that I was bleeding on my daughter. And I remember her asking me a question, and she looked at me and she said, "Mommy, why are you like this?" right there and then, I knew I needed to do something about myself. So I came in contact with the Family Systems Engineering course and I subscribed for it. I came all the way from Kwara State to Lagos to attend the class. The first day of the class, we were told to forget about the fact that we want to use this course to help some other persons. And so we should attend this course first for ourselves. And that was the best prompt I got. You know how it can be very easy for us to say, oh, we want to help people, and we forget about ourselves. We were told, if you were to come as a non-living thing, what will you be? I remember saying I was going to be a pillow. And I remember vividly, Dima Nwobi said, so as a pillow, what will you do? I said, I'm going to soothe people. I'm going to help people find rest. And then the journey started. We're introduced to different kind of tools. And of course, based on that information, the initial introduction, I was sucking in everything. And the day we did the quantum reality, that was a turning point for me because we were taken through the Tree of Life therapy, and in the class, a lot of people wept. It was a deep one, and that started the beginning of everything. After that, we're taken through the Oyela tool. That's an assessment. And right there, I got a level of awareness into the reason why I do some of the things I was doing. And we were told not to judge ourselves, but to know that we need to just be grounded in the 4 personality types. These personality types opened my eyes to see the reason why I was having some challenges in my marriage. And at the end of that class, I remember saying, if I had had this information, my marriage probably wouldn't have broken, because we're exposed to a lot of things that I'm sorry to say we're not taught when we're having our premarital counseling. Family Systems Engineering certification course is a powerful tool. I've used this tool since 2020 when I did the class, and I've been able to help quite a number of people. I also believe that based on and because of the transformation that people see in me, a number of people, my friends, have also taken the class and have become a reference point to a number of people, to the point that my clients are my marketing officers, because they talk about how I have used the tools on them and the level of transformation and awareness they have also attained. This certification course will give you a rounder knowledge into how the mind operates. So I also use this same tool to help my clients who are divorced, and it's just to help them prepare for another relationship for those that are ready to do that. Family Systems Engineering course is a powerful one, and I can say that it is the best so far in handling marital counseling. And I can say that Family Systems Engineering certification course is the best so far in Africa. The tools are designed based on our African descent experiences, and that is why it is different and it's effective. I am Ebulomo Fawole, and this is my Fsec Story.
My name is Modukwe Irim. I'm a married educator and counselor. I've been doing this now for 9 years. Prior to 2016, when I took the FSC course, I was a bookseller. I had actually operated a retail bookstore for 15 years, and then I wound it down. I then volunteered in church to be a marriage counselor, and that was what introduced me to premarital counseling. When I worked with the young couples in church, we actually did 14 hours each with them, each couple, and I learned a lot of things. And I started to think to myself that, wow, 4-6 weeks before the wedding is not sufficient to help people to learn the things that they needed to learn. So because of that, I started looking for ways to help other people. I then was invited to the Family Life Industry Dinner in May 2016. And there, they spoke about the Family Systems Engineering certification course. And I was really, I was enthused, because at that stage, I just was looking for anything that would help me to get started. And so in July 2016, I went for that program. And since that time, I have then become a marriage educator and a counselor. FSC has taught me many things. first of all, but let me mention the three significant ones. So the first thing that I learned from the FSC certification program is the use of what we now know as the Oyela assessment. Essentially, what is the Oyela assessment? It is an assessment that we have created to address the issues that are peculiar to us as Africans, but which over the years has now found acceptance even with people who are not Africans. Prior to doing the FSC certification program, I would usually spend hours talking with individuals or couples who I wanted to work with in order to know, what was really going on in their life. When somebody comes to you, they tell you what I call a presenting problem. So they might say, my husband is not giving me attention, or my wife is not reliable, all of those kind of things. And ordinarily, the way most people will go at it, myself included, is to begin to say, oh, your wife ought not to behave like that, and then to begin to prescribe solutions. FSC showed me that the presenting problem is a symptom. And the assessments are like, what doctors use when they send you to the laboratory to do a test. So I changed from being somebody who just addressed the presenting problems to somebody who now uses assessments, questionnaires, even before I start talking to a client, so that I can have the context to their situation and also a lot of history. So gathering history used to be something that you'd be asking a lot of questions, but now using one assessment, you can actually get to know a lot about the client even without it. So that's the very first thing. If I didn't come across a structure like Fsec, which gave me a framework to have communication with people. Let me say that again, which gave me a framework to have communication with people. Because when people see me write on Facebook or in Instagram and in all the places I show up, they just think that I'm speaking from my mind. But the truth really is the family systems engineering framework that helps us to know that, people are who they are because of where they are coming from. That's the first thing. Then, which says that when you know where people are coming from, then you can look at the issue they are brought to you from the lens of how do you address the root problem. If I did not have those structures, I'm sure that I would have been overwhelmed by people's needs, people's sufferings, people's unhappiness, and I might have long gone away from this work, because you can't carry people's challenges on your shoulders if you don't have proper structure for addressing it. So for me, that's what the family systems engineering approach has done for me. Most people usually think that it is only to do with marriage. Anyone who is concerned about how our country, Nigeria, is, how the continent is, and perhaps how the entire world is, one thing that I think they all need to realize is that if you do not understand how a problem came to be, you cannot really address the problem fully. The family systems engineering approach offers a framework with which to understand what is going on in the lives of the people. I give you a practical illustration. I look at business owners. They complain about the employees that they recruit. That's because they're looking at the employees as they are. What if a business owner went through the family systems engineering program and learned, that every employee I recruit is coming from a family. Every employee I recruit is coming from an environment which has shaped them to be who they are. What do I need to have in place in my organization such that when I recruit this employee, or any employee for that matter, just by reason of taking them through something like the Oyela assessment, I have a sense of who they are and where they're coming from. And so in assigning them to managers, I can actually do programs and trainings that help this employee to overcome some of the things, trauma that they have had that have shaped them into who they are. And then do that repeatedly. Once that kind of thing is institutionalized in that businessman's enterprise, he has set himself up for success. What most entrepreneurs do right now is just look at the qualification of the person, and that is great. But somebody who has, by their personal experience, become a person who resists authority, how would they work with a manager? Or if they are a manager, what kind of a manager would they be? So for me, anyone who has any intention of influencing people, of mentoring people, of changing people's perspectives, of building stronger individuals that can work with other people, collaborate, be a part of a successful team, should consider going for the Family Systems Engineering Certification Program.
Before I came to FSA, I'd already gone to a counseling school, and with my personal experiences, I've deployed all of that with helping people, using reflective questions, whether with empathy and all of that. It was solving it until, you feel a sense of you are not getting that excellence that you really want, until I encountered Oyela in FSC. Oyela is mind-blowing. I mean, when you encounter Oyela, your life can never remain the same. It's like someone is inside of you, showing yourself to you, and you are wondering, who is this person? It's possible that, clients that I work with have encountered other tools. When they encounter Oyela, there is this light bulb, you just see that they come alive. I've also, even not only for African origin, other people, other origin, and it shows the efficacy of Oyela itself. It shows what Oyela can do, and the literal meaning of Oyela is the revealer, and it does that work accurately. I came across FSC through several means, but I didn't know that was the name until, I met with some colleagues, and it's as if they're saying some things that really resonated with me. And close to that was when the webinar was going on. And I said, immediately I entered the webinar, it didn't take me like 10 minutes. I knew this is where I'm supposed to be. Then after taking the webinar, I started seeing, the adverts everywhere, people talking about it, and all of that. How it has transformed my practice. So before FSC, I'm of this opinion that, you do your impact on a low key and all of that. But FSC showed me that there is so much work to be done, and you cannot, hide what you are doing when you are trying to save the world. And so, as part of the things that we do as requirement is exposure, because your voice must be able to reach the people that need what you are giving. And what we are giving is for all nations, is for everyone, every human being on the planet. If anybody called themselves a coach or whatever that you are helping people, even for individual, you need to pass through FSA. But you have taken upon yourself the responsibility to help people, and you call yourself leaders. If you are not in FSA, I don't know what you're doing, because it gives you system. And I've seen it replicated over and over. For every session that is being run by FSA, you have diverse caliber of people that you are interacting with. You have people of like mind. Even our group is like a master class on its own, because people are sharing, their ideas. You are brainstorming one another. It's like it's a family on its own. So we are not just preaching, saying it from the books. FSC, we are living it. And there is no one that has gone through FSC
that will not tell other people about it. So my advice is that if you are a thought leader and you have not considered FSC, I'm encouraging you to do so because it will change your life forever. Adonla Adenola is my name. I'm a certified family life practitioner. I'm a savior in my space. I help singles, and recently I've started working on matured singles. I help married people and I help parents or teenagers to navigate life because the nation is built on the foundation of families. And so helping people to gain clarity, helping them to know who they are so that they can be able to function in any space that they meet themselves. That's what I do.